do something great, you have to have a great deal of energy and motivation to pull it off. Love, interest, and curiosity will quickly wane, particularly when things get tough. There's a back door to your deep, passionate, and unstoppable motivation, and it's anger. When we had Anthony Hopkins on the cover of Success magazine, he said, quote, "My cousins were all brilliant. I felt resentful and rejected by a whole society. Sometimes a good degree of constructive anger can get you going, and I was a pretty angry kid." The truth is, most great achievers were fostered through very dysfunctional backgrounds. Something happened to them in their childhood that ignited a deeply personal and passionate ambition to prove themselves to someone or to something. How do I know? Because that's true for me. The truth is, in the beginning, all I wanted to do was to impress my dad, to prove that I was good enough. Having my mother just hand me over to my father when they divorced, and then having my father be the kind of person that the only way he got love and attention from him was to achieve, this fueled my motivation. I worked like a madman. I probably was a bit mad. I was admired, though, for how long, how hard, and how focused I could work. That ambition caused me to be earning the six-figure income that I was as a teenager and become a millionaire before most of my friends even graduated college. Later, the source of my motivation changed, but it certainly got me started. You can barely name an achiever whose original motivation wasn't to overcome adversity or prove himself or herself worthy, including those that you've seen on the cover of Success magazine. I mean, Steve Jobs, quote, grew up poor, an adopted kid who felt cast aside by his birth parents, feeling scrawny and teased and out of place, and he remained deeply insecure for most of his life, end quote, as written in Rolling Stone's October 2011. Richard Branson, who you know struggled with dyslexia, dropped out of high school at age 16. His teacher said it was because he was either stupid or lazy, and he was told by his headmaster that he would either end up in prison or become a millionaire. Well, as we know, Branson proved his headmaster wrong on both counts. Donald Trump had daddy issues like me. Seemed to have worked for both of us. Apparently, his must have been bigger, though. Everyone knows that Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Old story. But there's more to that story that I find fascinating. The rest of the story is that when Jordan was going to be honored at the Hall of Fame, his speech, he flew Pop Herring, the basketball coach who cut him originally from the high school team, to sit in the audience during his Hall of Fame speech so that he could waggle his finger at the old coach and say, "I wanted to make sure that you understood you made a mistake, dude." That was the jet fuel that kept his airness in flight all those years. So, use your adversities to stoke the fire in your belly. Then, go kick some butt. Look, I'm not saying it's enlightened motivation, but hey, rock what you got. Once you climb up the pyramid of Maslow's hierarchy of needs a bit, then you can work on the self-actualization and enlightenment stuff.